If you're watching this on YouTube and you have a question, comment, suggestion, or maybe you just want to find out more information about the product, you can find the link below. Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds with TheGameMan.com and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the SilverStone MR01 Aluminum Monitor Riser. A very plain looking box, but it does have information about the product on it, including some pictures. Now let me open it up and let's see what's inside. It's packaged very well between two pieces of quality styrofoam, and the riser itself is wrapped in this styrofoam. Now let me go ahead and take it out and let's have a closer look. Now, to state the obvious, monitor risers, of course, just raise your display off of your desk a little bit so you can be more efficient because you can fit things underneath the display, whereas before, if it was sitting right on your desk, you wouldn't be able to do it. Now, this is not some cheap plastic monitor riser that's going to crack if you put a fairly heavy display on it. Rather, it is one thick piece of aluminum. This weighs in at 4.4 pounds. That's approximately 2 kilograms, and it supports monitors that are up to 22 pounds or 10 kilograms. And it measures in at 500 millimeters by 58 millimeters by 220 millimeters. Now, you can fit displays that are up to around 27 inches, but remember the weight, 22 pounds or 10 kilograms. That's what you really want to go for. Anything heavier than that, well, it could bend this piece of aluminum, although it is super thick. Now have a look at the overall styling. I mean, this is really simple. It's basically a thick piece of aluminum that has been bent, curved, and cut out at the back. And in fact, this is the front and that's the back. They have a cutout here for cables. Very little branding on this except for their SilverStone logo on the right. And at the bottom there are 4 rubber feet. This will protect the surface that it goes on. Also, it will keep it in place. Now, this is my setup, and as you can see, pretty much all of my computer components are black. So obviously the black monitor riser would be the one that would go best with this setup. But if you have white or silver components, then the silver monitor riser would be perfect. Now let me just install the silver one so you can get an idea of how the monitor sits on top and how you can tuck things away. Alternatively, of course, you can put the keyboard underneath. So now you can just hide a number of items that would normally be on your desk underneath the monitor riser. Alternatively, you can put a keyboard underneath here if the keyboard fits. Now in my case, it doesn't fit, but you get the idea. Putting a keyboard underneath here will give you some added desktop space if you need to write a letter or sign a document or something like that. You can just push your keyboard underneath your display. Now, this in fact is a super basic monitor riser. It doesn't have any USB ports, there's no drawers, there's no power bar at the back, but there is something to be said for simplicity because all this is a thick piece of aluminum, but it does what it's supposed to do, and that's raise your display off the desk so you can tuck a few things away. And personally, I'd rather have a really tough, strong monitor riser than something that would crack. You know, if it was plastic, you'd be concerned if you threw a 27-inch on top of it, it would break, and it probably would over time because some of them creak and crack when the monitor is on it. You know, when you sit down to your desk and your desk is moving a little bit. This will not, because it's a thick slab of aluminum, and the overall styling and finish on this is just exceptional. This one, the silver, would go with some iMacs perfectly, and remember, they have a black model coming out later on in the year. Overall, this is a kick-ass product. Until next time, take care. How do you think this product stacks up? To vote, head on over to 3dgameman.com, and while you're there, check out the pricing.